Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I have a brief tutorial on how I achieve these long butt length curly box braids. If you are interested in seeing how I achieved this style, then stay tuned and watch to the end. Hope you enjoy the video. The hair I use is from Bobbi Boss. It's called King Tips. This is in the Ocean Wave, 28 inches in the color number 4. I used almost all 5 packs, and for each bundle I split it into about 8 pieces for each braid. Okay, so I'm starting off with 4 sections, and the 2 in the back, they're just put together. So down the middle, because I'm going to wear a middle part, and then down kind of the center of my head. And I'm going to start, my hair has been washed, blow dried, wash conditioned, blow dried, and it does have some leave-in already, but I'm going to go ahead and add some more. And this is what I have. It's the Shea Moisture Manuka Intensive Twist Defining Custard. And so I'm just going to use that on this whole section to make sure it's moisturized. I'm going to add some peppermint oil because that's what I have on deck to my scalp and then also to my hair. It just smells so good. Okie dokie. And as I go, I'm going to be adding some more to the ends. As I go, I'm going to be using grease in my scalp. So I'll be using a combination between Sulfur 8 and Ultra Sheen because that's what I have. And this hair is itchy. That is one thing to keep in mind, at least for me, and I've never had a sensitive scalp, but for whatever reason this hair makes my scalp itch. And I didn't soak it in the vinegar because I didn't know how the curl was going to respond to being soaked, and also I didn't have time because I just got the hair yesterday. So I'm going to try to grease my scalp in hopes that it'll work as like a protective barrier. I don't know, we'll see. But I will say, because I've used this hair before and I know it does itch my scalp, the itching does go away after a little bit of time. So, yes. Anywho, and over here is my broken piece. I had a friend help me take my hair out. Homegirl cut my hair. It's okay, but it's growing back. It was like up to here, so we got some inches. We're getting there. So anyways, we'll just set that to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of my Shine and Jam, add this to the base of the braid, add my hair, and I'm just gonna braid this in like regular hair. So I'm just gonna take the 1/3, 2/3, if that's what it's called, method, grab a third of the hair, wrap it around the 2/3 to create 3 legs. And then just braid this in. So I'm just gonna grab the roots. This isn't really a braiding tutorial. This is a show you how to get this specific style tutorial. So there are plenty that show you how to grip. You can use a rubber band method if that is easier for you as well. I'm just gonna plait down, and I'm looking over here because my mirror is over there because I've got quite a precarious setup here so that I could have some natural lighting. I probably could have gripped a little bit tighter, but it's okay. When I get down to where my hair is, I'm gonna take a little bit more Shine and Jam and add it so that I can make sure that my hair doesn't frizz up at this point. And the good thing about this, I really like this hair because it's good for length, like longer length hair, because it's so long. So you can braid down and not worry about damaging your hair Also, it doesn't need to be dipped or anything. The last set of braids that I had in my hair, I thought the hair was gonna be long enough. It wasn't. It was only like 3 or 4 inches longer than my hair. And when I dipped my hair, because the ends, it was just terrible. And I messed up my hair with those braids. So this hair, like, I'm past my hair now, and I don't have to worry about dipping it, but I am gonna glue it. So just make sure that you braid past your hair. If your hair is not as long, then you don't have to braid as far. You can have more of this kind of free. I don't want too much out anyways, because I feel like that's going to be a lot to kind of maintain. So I think this is a good amount, about 8 to 10 inches of hair. So I'm going to take a small piece, I'm going to wrap it around, I'm going to create a knot to secure the braid, I'm going to double it because this was a little bit of a chunky piece. And then after securing that, I'm going to take my hair glue, or nail glue, not hair glue, nail glue, and just place like a dot. There we go. At the end, I'm just going to tug on the end, and voila, the first braid is complete. I'm just going to... At this point, I'm about a quarter of the way done. For whatever reason, I was talking really quietly, so I decided to just do a quick voiceover to say what I was talking about. So I've done about 1 inch parts for each braid, and for the center braids, since I'm wearing a middle part, I will be doing those just a tad closer so that it looks neater in the front for both sides. Alright, so I've already finished 1/4 of my hair. Here it is. I've got about 6 rows on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side. I've gone ahead and roughly parted 6 somewhat equal sections, but these are going to be what it is because I'm not trying to be here all day. This quarter took me about 2.5 hours. I will say that I did pause to part all of this, so that might have taken some time. Good morning. Okay, so I finished. I did fast forward and just finished my hair downstairs. But here we are. I slept in it last night in 2 braids, and I just kind of wrapped the ends so that they can have a little bit of a curl. And I'm going to put in the last product, which is some mousse, just to kind of get the curls to be a bit less well, not too bad, but just to kind of tame them and keep them so that they can maintain their form throughout the coming weeks. Okie dokie. I'm gonna take my mousse and I'm going to Get myself a nice big pile. Add some to the top, but most importantly down here. Just gonna add some more. So if you know, I mean, they look about the same. Yeah, but I noticed doing this last time helped them to just kind of clump so that it doesn't get all tangled and frayed and frizzy. So it keeps the frizz down and these waves in place. Hair about waist length, well, hip length, booty length. And that, okay, so here's a shot of the braids. The length from the back, they are long. They do go past my rear. And I showed you in the beginning how I sleep at night with these on. I'll put these into 2 braids and kind of do a hanging bantu at the bottom of these, and then just sleep with my extra large bonnet so that these can stay nice and protected. And then in probably a week or 2, I'll add some more mousse, and then maybe in about 3 weeks, I'll redo the front of my braids just to keep them looking fresh. My goal is to keep these in for about 6 weeks, and then I'll take them out and do something else. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, go ahead and click that like button and consider subscribing. I know I have not been very consistent. It's just hard to try to set up and get the hair stuff situated, but your girl is kind of back. We're getting on somewhat of a roll. At least we're trying. Let's speak those things. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.